See, this is the nonsense that Shannon Sharp was talking about at the Grizzly games when he got into a verbal sparring match with the Memphis Grizzlies team as a whole. But Ja Morant is supposed to be the leader of that team. So they go as he goes. They walk to the beat of his drum. He's the superstar. They look to him verbally and physically as far as his actions and how he carries himself. Now, it's one thing to do all the little chirping that they do collectively, even though they haven't won shit, to even be out there talking the way they talking. That's one thing on the court. But now you have this quickly developing story right here. Grizzlies Ja Morant accused of punching 17-year-old, flashing a gun in police report. For those that don't know, this is Ja Morant. For those that do know, you've seen him and the Memphis Grizzlies and how they carry themselves and conduct themselves. But we're going to read some of this. Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant has been accused of punching and flashing a gun at a 17-year-old and threatening a mall security guard. Let's lean back on that thought for a minute. Matter of fact, I'll read it again. Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant has been accused of punching and flashing a gun at a 17-year-old and threatening a mall security guard. Why are you threatening a mall security guard? He's doing his job. His job is to step in these type of situations. There was an altercation, all right? You punch somebody, mall security guard step in like, yo, y'all got to, take this somewhere else. Take this off the premises, Why are you threatening the security guard? Why are you in a mall fighting somebody anyway? A 17-year-old, a teenager. You a grown ass man. How Martin tell Cole? Like, man, you a grown ass damn man. Why are you fighting 17-year-olds in the mall like you a damn teenager? Now, story's still developing, so we're gonna read on a little more. I just came across this. In police records obtained by Molly Hensley Clancy of the Washington Post, Morant was accused of punching the teen 12 to 13 times during a pickup basketball game at the 23-year-old's house last summer. Okay. So, let me read on. According to interviews conducted by Shelby County Sheriff's Office, detectives obtained by Hensley Clancy, the teenager said Morant went into his house after hitting him and reemerged with the gun visible in the waistband of his pants and his hand on the weapon. So is this an old incident that you just? Let me see. A few days before the alleged assault, the head of security at a Memphis mall told police he was threatened by Morant in the parking lot, and a member of Morant's group shoved him in the head. See, this is that bullshit right here. So you running around with a bunch of street dudes, a bunch of goons who obviously they don't have anything to lose. They exist in a parasitic form anyway. They leeching off you. You the star. You the one with the millions. I get it. I don't want to. These dudes I was down with when I didn't have nothing. I don't want to leave them behind and all this and that. Yeah. I get it. But you gotta understand, at some point, you will have to leave them behind, whether it's on purpose or vicariously through you. They will drag you down with them because they don't have anything to lose. They ain't got to work on their game. They ain't got to go to practice. They ain't got to lift weights if they don't have to or want to. They don't have to do none of that shit, but you do. And you running around with these dudes trying to impress them, I guarantee you they would trade places with you in a New York second if they could. But you ain't thinking about that. You want to impress them. Like, oh, I'm still the same dude from around the hood, you know what I'm saying, that y'all been knowing my whole life. I'm still the same guy. I still engaged in some of these fuck tactics. I can still be fucktacular. Nah, fam, that ain't the stream to go down. That ain't the stream. You need to find a different current and swim in that direction, because the dudes you floating around with, they gonna drag you the fuck down, and that's gonna be your fault because you allowing that. What's going on, Ja? If you want to be a street dude, why don't you just retire from the NBA and then go do all the street shit you been wanting to do? Just retire. What are you playing ball for at all? Man, let's read some more of this nonsense, because, man, this dude, man. Morant told police in an interview he swung first in the alleged fight with the teenager, but he was acting in self-defense because the teenager threw a basketball at his head and stepped towards him. In a statement to Hensley Clancy, Shelby County District Attorney's Office, prosecutors said they declined to press charges against Morant after deciding there was not enough evidence to proceed with the case. TMZ Sports previously reported on January 3rd the teenager filed a lawsuit against Morant in September. Court documents showed the 17-year-old said he accidentally hit Morant in the face with the ball, leading to Morant asking a bystander, "Should I do it to him?" So you seeking validation and approval from a random bystander? Should I do it to him? Should I do it? So you looking. Usually when somebody get a battery put in their back and they get to flipping out and doing all kinds of crazy shit, usually it's just that. It's just a random act of somebody putting a battery in your back, and then you go off and do and say all kinds of crazy shit. But you literally asked, sounds like, allegedly, a random bystander, "Should I do it to him?" So you're volunteering to get a battery from a rando put in your back so you can go off? Is that what's going on? You need the approval of a random person? Hey, should I do it to him? Should I do it to him? What you think? What's your opinion? What if that random person said, "You know what? Nah, I think you should go lay down in the middle of the street and wait for a random car to just run you over"? Nah, I mean, is it just me? I mean, it's just a random thought. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just here talking shit. I don't know anything. I'm not a NBA ball player. I mean, this generation of NBA players, they quick to say that shit. Well, you ain't never played the game. You don't know. But I got common sense when it comes to As far as the streets, not letting motherfuckers bring me down with them, especially if they don't have anything to lose. Why am I gonna listen to anything they got to say? Nah, no thanks. I'll pass. I actually have stuff to lose. Let's read some more of this. Where was I? Before using a closed fist to knock him to the ground. Morant said, per the court documents, the teenager made verbal threats stating he'd light his house up, and he and his family were put in fear by the statement. According to the police report, the boy said Morant and his friend hit him hard enough to knock him to the ground, resulting in a large knot on the side of his head. Deputies also wrote in the report that they observed the boy's injuries, per Hensley Clancy. The Atlantic's Bob Kravitz and Sam Amick reported last month the NBA investigated the allegations made by the Indiana Pacers that acquaintances of Morant aggressively confronted members of the Pacers' traveling party following a January 29th game at FedEx Forum. This is turning into a whole mess. This is like you just pull up to the table, grab a bowl and a spoon, and just serve yourself some fuck boy soup. That's what these niggas is eating. Fuck boy soup. Man, this is ridiculous. So, acquaintances of Morant aggressively confronted members of the Pacers traveling party. Dude, I'm gonna tell you straight up, you need to get yourself from around these dudes. If you want any semblance of any kind of NBA career, you putting your career in jeopardy, you putting your bank account in jeopardy, and you putting your own personal freedom in jeopardy based on the decisions you make in it. And it's starting to look like you're being influenced by all the wrong people in all the wrong places. And if they bring you down, don't cry tears then. It's going to be your fault. You allowed it to happen. You saw the tea leaves. You chose not to read them. Let's read some more of this madness. The Pacers traveling party also said someone in a slow-moving SUV that Morant was riding in trained a red laser on them. It was unclear if the laser was attached to a gun. NBA spokesperson Mike Bass told Kravitz and Amick the league's investigation substantiated that a post-game situation arose that was confrontational, but it could not corroborate that any individual threatened others with a weapon. Morant tweeted after the report came out that one of his friends was banned from attending Grizzlies home games for 1 year. He wasn't suspended for the alleged incident following the NBA investigation. A two-time All-Star, Morant is in his fourth season with the Grizzlies. The team is in second place in the Western Conference with a 37-23 record. let's go back to the previous. Let's go back to the previous couple sentences. Morant tweeted after the report came out. Came out that one of his friends was banned from attending Grizzlies home games for 1 year. Why is that, Ja? Why was your friend banned from attending Grizz games for 1 year? What did he do? See, this is that fuckboy soup that you eating now. You want to be in complete denial about what's going on. You around all the wrong kinds of people, dude. And if that's the life you want to live, you want to lead that kind of life, you want to be super thug and all that, man, retire from the NBA. Do that shit full time. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? That's obviously the direction you want to go in. You're trying to bring that to the court. You're trying to bring that to the NBA. Or, you want to be a bully. You want to talk that talk and walk that, you know what I'm saying, walk that walk. This is who you want to be. Then get out the NBA and go be that. Stop wasting everybody's time. Because I tell you what's going to happen. These dudes you're running around with that you're trying to impress, you want them to look at you like, oh, he's still one of us, this and that. They going to bring you down. And in the end, you ain't going to have nobody to blame but yourself. Because it's you out here trying to be super thug. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy with a mic. Anyway, I'm gonna leave the link of this story down in the description box down below. You guys check it out. Leave a comment, you know what I'm saying? Thumbs up the video. Give some feedback. Let me know what y'all think. Is Ja Morant clearly going in the wrong direction? Is he the architect of his own destruction? Because if he keeps acting like this is definitely coming. So, y'all let me know what y'all think. Red Blizzard 357. I'm out.